Hi, my name is Yuta Sakurai. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the global issues, food waste. As you know, food is important, but there are many people who waste a lot of food. In fact, people around the world waste 1.3 billion tons of food even if they can eat it in 1 year. In Japan, people waste 6 million tons of food in 1 year. This means that a person wastes a bowl of food per day. Don't you think it's a waste to throw away so much food? Before talking about food waste, I'll explain the difference from food loss and food waste. Food loss is the loss produced by farms and factories. On the other hand, food waste is the loss produced by food service such as restaurants and consumers. So, why must food waste be solved? Here's the data where our waste comes from. The farms and manufacturing section apply to food loss, and the point of purchase and consumer sections apply to food waste. As you can see, 82% of our waste correspond to food waste. So we must reduce food waste, especially the consumer section, which dominates 43% of our waste. Now I'll explain why food waste is one of the global issues. The first reason is about population explosion. The population of the world is increasing. It is said that there will be more than 9 billion people around the world. So, more food will be needed in the future. In fact, many people around the world suffer from hunger. If nothing changes, the number of these people will increase. So, we must reduce food waste. The second reason is about environmental problem. Do you know what happens when you throw away food? Discarded food is burned as garbage. Food is less flammable, so it emits a lot of carbon dioxide. Additionally, many countries around the world send their waste food to landfills. At the time, methane gas is generated. In this way, global warming progresses due to the emitted carbon dioxide and methane gas. I'll show you another data. This shows how big the food waste affects environment. According to this data, food emissions around Tokyo were beyond 1.5 degrees by 2100. Therefore, food waste is one of the biggest problems we must solve to stop global warming. Now, you can understand why we need to reduce food waste. So, what can we do to reduce food waste? In fact, there are many things everyone can do. I think the most important thing to reduce food waste is eliminating leftover food and avoiding buying more food than necessary. Here's the data why we waste food. According to this graph, the most common reason is leftovers. The number one reason for leftover food is that you cook too much food and you don't eat all food. By checking the amount of ingredients you use when shopping or cooking, you can avoid leftover food. So, let's start eliminating leftover food today. If you have leftover food, save it instead of throwing it away. I recommend storing leftovers in a container such as Tupper. It's also a good way even when you eat out because you can take home leftover food. And if it spoils, you will have to throw it away, so eat it before it spoils. Reducing food waste is one way to save the earth. So let's take actions. Thank you for watching.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to